I'm sorry, I completely blanked on the question I had for today, but good morning anyway. It should be your Thursday morning. Monday, Thursday. So I know I have a church service tonight to attend. Oh, I remember my question. Duh, it's right on my arm. Anyway, uh, I have a church service tonight to attend, 8 o'clock, and if anybody is wanting to watch the live stream, hopefully I'll have it up and working. If not, I'll have the recording done probably tomorrow sometime, or maybe after the service tonight. Um, so, my question, not that much of a thinker today, just wanted to get everybody's opinion. What is your opinion on giving blood? If you can see, I don't know if you can see or not. Anyway, that's what. Oh, I might get flagged for inappropriate content if I show you too close. Sorry. That's what my mom and I do pretty regularly. You know, it's just something that she's always done and something that I've wanted to do too. It's just a selfless act of giving something that can potentially help somebody in a need for blood. Hospital situations, obviously. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on that because my mom and I do it pretty regularly. You can only give blood. I think it's every month and a half, so that you don't run out because your body obviously regenerates it at a certain pace. My sister gives it off pretty. She comes every once in a while, so irregularly, but sometimes she does. But my dad doesn't, and I'm not trying to shame anybody who doesn't. It's everybody's choice, but he doesn't. And the thing that brought the question to my mind was I don't know if he really has a reason. I don't think I've asked him straight to his face yet. But I had a buddy in high school because that was the first time I had the opportunity to give. A buddy of mine in high school, when I asked him if he was going to give blood, said that he wasn't because he felt weird thinking about his blood and other people. And I just kind of got a chuckle out of that one because I'm like, well, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't do anything to you having your blood in somebody else. It just helps them like survive. But that was his reason for not wanting to give blood. So I was just curious, what do you guys think about it? And have you ever given blood? Have you ever given? There's regular blood, a double unit of blood, platelets, or plasma. Um, those are the four that are like the typical things that people go to give pretty regularly. So I've given regular, just single units of blood. I haven't given a double, although I'm sure I qualify if I wanted to take the time. And I've given platelets once. That takes a little bit longer um, than just giving blood. But anyway, let me know what you guys think because it's something that I've just been curious about. Like what reasons people give or don't give. So that's mine, and want to hear you guys' feedback on that one. Sorry for the long intro. It's another interesting story today. 7 verses to finish off chapter 34. It's called the radiant face of Moses. So we'll figure out why he has a radiant face. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tablets of the covenant law in his hands, he was not aware that his face was radiant because he had spoken with the Lord. When Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, his face was radiant, and they were afraid to come near him. But Moses called to them. So Aaron and all the leaders of the community came back to him, and he spoke to them. Afterward, all the Israelites came near him, and he gave them all the commands the Lord had given him on Mount Sinai. When Moses finished speaking to them, he put a veil over his face. But whenever he entered the Lord's presence to speak with him, he removed the veil until he came out. And when he came out and told the Israelites what he had been commanded, they saw that his face was radiant. Then Moses would put the veil back over his face until he went in to speak with the Lord. So literally, his face from being face to face with God is radiant. So I want to get the actual definition of radiant: sending out light, shining or glowing brightly. So his face was literally glowing brightly just from talking with God. Um, and that happened, so everybody was scared to go near him when they saw it. If you saw somebody with a shining face, it would be pretty shocking. People aren't supposed to be glow in the dark. But then he puts a veil over his face so that it kind of helps him cope with it, I guess. But then every time he entered the Lord's presence again to speak with him, he removes the veil, and then when he comes back out, he puts the veil back over his face. Yeah. So the radiant the radiant face of Moses. So that's just from speaking with God and being face to face with Him. All right, that's it for chapter 34. We have 6 chapters left in Exodus, and then we move on. I was gonna say something about this weekend, but Maundy Thursday is usually one of the 3 of Easter weekend that kind of gets passed over unintentionally. Good Friday is obviously like as big as Easter because you have the crucifixion, everything. We'll talk more about that in tomorrow's video, and then Easter obviously on Sunday is when He's resurrected. Which is later in the Bible, but since it's happening right now, I just wanted to mention it. So, I have a church service tonight. My church does a church service Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So, if you guys don't have a church service on one of those days, feel free to look it up, Gethsemane Lutheran Church. And there should be, I think they're just on Facebook, and there should be a video, if not a live stream, during the services. All right? Hope you guys have a good Thursday, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning for our Good Friday video.